Welcome back to the garden, you guys. I'm just chewing on a carrot that we got to harvest. Yay. Today's video, I'm going to share with you what we are planting in the end of July, early August. There's a few things that you can plant depending on where you live. We're in zone 4 that are a little bit more cold hardy, and by the time they're ready to harvest, it should be right before we get our first frost. So today's video, that's what we're going to do. So in the first box here, we're going to be planting some red potatoes, and earlier in the summer there was different lettuces in here and they did their job. We harvested them, and now this box is ready for something else. And potatoes have about a 60-day or so harvest time. So we're going to put the potatoes, we actually have potato eyes, and I'll do a picture here of what those are. So it's kind of an experiment to see how well they harvest, because usually we just plant little potatoes in the early spring, and that's what we get our harvest from. But this box would be red potatoes, and if you're in zone 4, end of July, early August is a great time to get those in your boxes or in the ground before the first frost. We got all of our potatoes and our potato eyes and slips covered, so I'm going to go over and do one more layer of topsoil just so that it's covered well. And we're supposed to get rain later, which will make it nice and damp, and these potatoes will be ready to harvest in a few months. For the record, if you're wondering what happens when you leave potatoes in a box in a dark room, because I know that's a pressing question, this is what happens. Ugh. So right here I have 2 sweet potato slips, and as you can see they're kind of developing a root system here, and this is going to be an experiment for us. So we are going to be putting them in containers and we're going to see how well they grow. And normally sweet potatoes do really well in hot weather, so when we get closer to harvesting time it's going to get colder here, so we might have to bring these inside. That's why we're doing a container here, and we're going to see how these go, because this will be the latest that we've ever planted sweet potatoes. But I'm going to fill this with dirt, get these in the pot, and commence the experiment. And because this is a small pot, it's going to limit the size and the amount that we can get, but any sweet potato is a good sweet potato. That's how the saying goes, I think. So the next thing we're going to plant is going to be broccoli. And we have one plant here that we've been harvesting a little bit so far this summer. And I have a start here that we just didn't really plant. And so I'm not going to let this go to waste. But if you don't have a start, you can also do this from seed. The ducks are excited about our broccoli, I guess. But yeah, this will get to be a pretty big plant if you haven't done broccoli before. And so this kind of 2x2 area will be enough for one plant. And we'll get this in the ground, and this will be about a 60 to 70 day harvest or so. And so we'll be pushing right up to that first frost, but hopefully we'll be able to get a few crowns out of this one little plant here. So. So the next thing that we're going to be planting is gherkin cucumbers, and we actually have a plant right here which is obviously doing really, really well, but there was one at the start of the harvest season, or at the start of the summer, that was right here that didn't do well. So we're going to actually be replanting a few seeds along this row here. Normally cucumbers are not cold hardy, they do much better in warmer temperatures. But because these have such a fast harvest, so it's only 50 days to harvest with these guys, we should be fine with temperatures. We'll just have to keep an eye on if there's supposed to be low temperatures overnight, we might have to cover them with some plastic or something. But hopefully these will be harvested or ready to harvest in time before we get any sort of cold weather. Everybody needs a garden buddy. You like gardening? You're a man of many words. All right, the next thing we're gonna be planting is Blue Lake bush beans. And actually we have some already in this box, and let me see if I can grab one. These things are massive if you let them grow big. These are good sized beans here. So we're gonna be planting on this side here, and we kind of have a common theme going on. For whatever reason, this side of the box, when we planted them earlier, they didn't do well. So we're just gonna kind of refill the box here. But these also, kind of like the cucumbers, they are not, hey buddy, they are not cold hardy, but they also have a fast harvest time. So these will be like 50 to 60 days. So I'm gonna do a row of these here, and yeah, hopefully these will grow well and we'll get another crop of beans in the late fall. All right, and the last thing we're gonna be planting is carrots. These are Dulcinea carrots. We have some already in this box here, but we have some open space, and so we don't wanna let that go to waste. So I'm gonna plant these, and these have, let's see, what are these? I think these are about a 60-day harvest as well. So these should be ready in time to grow. And these are delicious. They're really, really, really good. So I'm gonna get these planted, and that will be our late summer, early fall planting. So those are 5 plants that you can start to grow late July, early August. And again, we're in zone 4, so it depends obviously what zone you're in. Each zone will have different time frames and different vegetables and fruits that you can grow. But for us, these are what we eat a lot, and so we are happy to grow more of them. Right?
Yes.
So thank you guys for watching. My name is Austin, this is Sarah, and we are the Cypress and Sparrow Homestead. Plants that you can grow in July, August. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Peace.
That was good.